What is up, y'all? It's the Mathaholics back at it again with another math video. So, if you do not know how to add fractions, let me just make up a simple problem off the top of my head. 1 over 2 plus 3 over 4. If you do not know that you need to have a common denominator, make this 2 over 4 plus 3 over 4, and then add these to get 5 over 4. If you don't know how to do that in like 2 seconds, then I recommend you go watch my video on how to add fractions, because if you don't know how to do that, then this problem is going to seem like the hardest thing in the entire world. But on the other hand, if you do know how to do that problem, then this problem is going to be really easy, because all you have to do is add some fractions, multiply a few numbers, divide a few numbers, and there you go. So now, the first thing we do when we add fractions, we need to make sure that they have a common denominator. And unfortunately, these fractions do not, so we're going to make them have a common denominator. 2 and 5, I think that the smallest number that we can use as a denominator is going to be 10. So we're going to do 10, and we're going to keep the y, okay, plus 10y. Okay, so how did I go from 2 to 10? I just had to multiply by 5. So whatever I do to the denominator, I'm going to do to the numerator as well. 15, and then from 5 to 10, I had to multiply by 2, so same thing, gives us 6. All right, and let me just get rid of that so it's not so messy. And we can keep the 7 over 10. Fortunately, this one already had a denominator of 10, so we don't need to change anything else. All right, so now the next thing you're going to do, just ignore this right here for a second, okay? Perfect. You're going to add these two fractions right here. So 15 plus 6, that gives you 21. And then remember, when you add fractions, the denominator stays the same, so that's just going to stay as 10y. All right, let me delete all this fancy stuff that I just made right here. Whoops, I think I deleted too much. Okay, delete. Let's see if I can delete that without deleting. Perfect. All right, so now I'm going to replace this stuff right here with the 21 over 10. Now, if you're wondering why I can do that, it's because if I have 1 plus 1, instead of writing 1 plus 1, I can just write 2, because these two right here are equal to this fraction right here. So that is why I'm going to replace these two with this one, just to make it a little simpler. Delete all this. Okay. And let's see if I can use my lasso select now without messing up. Alrighty, equals 7 over 10. So it's the exact same fraction now. I just added them to have one fraction instead of two. And that is to make our problem a little simpler for us. I'm going to make this all the same color. I'm just going to go with green. Okay. If you don't like green, I'm sorry. I won't be using it for too long. All right, now we're going to go with blue. So there's a few ways to solve it from here, and it's all up to personal preference. I personally think that cross multiplying is the easiest way. Some people disagree with me, but if you like cross multiplying, then this is awesome, because we're just going to simply cross multiply, and go from there. Now, if you don't remember cross multiplying, it's you multiply across diagonally, okay, just like that. The 21 times the 10 and the 7 times the 10y. I'm going to delete those two circles I just made just to make it easier to look at. So the 10y times the 7, that gives us 70y. And we keep our equal sign. 21 times 10 gives us 210. All right. Now all I have to do next is isolate this variable y. So in order to do that, I'm going to divide by 70. Okay. Let's use a different color. 70 divided by 70. Now 70 on top, 70 on bottom. Get rid of those. I'm left with y. Keep the equal sign. 210 divided by 70 is just 3, and that is your answer. Now that was a really easy problem. Fortunately, I've been looking at this worksheet, and most of them seem to be about this same level of difficulty. I'm going to do a harder one for you guys, just so we can really understand the problem. If you like this, once again, please like and subscribe. If you found this useful, maybe you can win a Cane's gift card. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.